That's it. That's it. I got it.
Yeah.
Vikings All-Pro running back Adrian Peterson returned home to Palestine Tuesday afternoon.
Hello.
It's always good to just come back home and just just get back to the community. We're able to come out here, get a lot of people out in the community, and bless them with some food for Thanksgiving.
Peterson came to East Texas during his bye week to provide 300 families in need with Thanksgiving food boxes.
It's home. This is where it all started. All started before, I became the superstar that I am. So it always feels good to come back here and just to be grounded and be around the people that knew me before I blew up.
And blow up is exactly what Peterson does to NFL defenders. Number 28 currently leads the NFL in rushing.
Touchdown, Adrian Peterson.
And is optimistic despite Minnesota's 2-6 start.
We still have things to work on like any other team, but I feel like with this bye week we have time just to relax. A lot of guys can sit back and recover, rejuvenate, and then we can get started Monday night against Green Bay.
We all know Peterson as the bruising physical running back that he is, but it's this side, the giving side of the Vikings playmaker and Palestine native, that he hopes sets a trend in the NFL.
That's what I try to set out, for these young kids to build up, build off of. And really in reality, that's what it's all about. Just being a good role model.
After a day like today, so far so good for the man they call All Day.
It feels good that, it's a small town Palestine. They have somebody to watch and they look up to, the young kids and the adults they're proud of. If you got the will, then you can accomplish anything you want.
In Palestine, Nick Zielinski, CBS 19 Sports.
A weekend to remember for the Rangers fans here as they play and host their very first World Series, and a much happier tailgate on this side than the one across the parking lot. That's the Cowboys losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars earlier today, but what a perfect way to get over the loss by fans making their way across the bridge and back over to Rangers Ballpark. It's just an historic event for the city of Arlington as well as these fans, and I'm telling you, Rangers fans are traveling from all over to be a part of it.
I came from Midland. Brother-in-law's avid Ranger fan, been ticket holders since it opened, and he was gracious enough to bring me here for the series.
Everything else stopped. I don't go to sleep. I've been reading the news all night, and this has been the greatest thing ever.
My dad promised me when I was 10 years old he'd take me to the World Series. So he's been a long time baseball fan. We went up to New York in '96, and we've been going every year ever since. And this is the first World Series that's actually meant something.
We both look forward to it every year, and he's 24. This is his 14th World Series.
How many for you?
This is my 24th.
You're watching Rangers fans making their way into Rangers Ballpark for Game 4 of the 2010 World Series. But most importantly, this is about enjoying this experience for the first time ever, and hopefully these Rangers fans will get it back here someday sooner than later. From Rangers Ballpark, I'm Julie Morales, KOTX, CBS 19 Sports.
Before dominating women's basketball at Oklahoma State University, head coach Kurt Budke gained legendary status here at Trinity Valley Community College. But a plane crash took the lives of Budke and many others Friday morning. News of his sudden death not only affected those in his family, but also those who knew him best.
It still hasn't soaked in. I'm sad and shocked.
Trinity Valley women's basketball was always a great program, but never had won a national title. That is, until Coach Kurt Budke arrived in Athens.
He indicated he thought he could do that well and better. And okay, we'll see.
In Budke's first season as head coach, he carried the Cardinals to a national championship and pulled off the unthinkable.
He won the national championship the first time over in Tyler, Texas. He said, I told you I could. I told you I could do it. And by golly, he did it.
His ability to coach is, his record speaks for itself.
In 7 years, Budke built Trinity Valley into a dynasty. 6 times they played for a national title, 4 times they won it. Budke also became the youngest coach ever to be inducted into the National Junior Hall of Fame.
True champion, he made champions out of all his players and took us to the top and kept us there as long as he was here.
Miranda Cerna, a prime example, she won a national title as a player under Coach Budke and as an assistant coach at Trinity Valley. She went on to be an assistant coach at Oklahoma State with Budke, where she did that for 7 years. The news of their deaths from a plane crash was a devastating blow to the school.
The first thing I did was cry.
And our heart goes out to those all that perished in that plane. It's just a tragic thing.
Budke's personality, drive, and legacy will forever be remembered, but now he has another team, another set of players to coach.
He'll coach one of the best teams in the world up there with the Angels.
Budke and Cerner were on a recruiting trip to Arkansas. Now teams from all over the country plan to wear orange and white in memory of the two coaches who were respected and still very loved. In Athens, Desmond Nugent, KYTX, CBS 19 Sports. Back to you.
Great hit by Ansu right there to get things going on this Sunday afternoon practice. Still, Cowboys roster filled with injuries across the board. We did see a lot of intensity, especially from the new defensive coordinator, Rob Ryan. I think he's going to have a great impact on this young defense. But when 11-on-11 finally got going, it wasn't a rusty offense like we're accustomed to seeing so early in training camp. It was actually a very good performance by Tony Romo and company, except for this right here, Mike Jenkins jumping the gun on Miles Austin. Interception for Mike Jenkins. He would have taken that back for 6. Also, the young rookie kicker, Dan Bailey of Oklahoma State. How about this? 47-yard field goal in front of the fans, and they loved it right there. And as usual, Dez Bryant doing what Dez does. Romo, pump fake, finds him. Incredible touchdown. This guy stays healthy. He is a weapon for sure. Here's the reaction after the first day in full pads.
Back playing ball, and, we in the thick of things. Football started again. And it's great to have everybody out here just working hard.
Hitting is here today. That'd be a good feeling to finally get to do that.
Oh yeah, I mean we got there were a lot of good hitting yesterday. It was great hitting today. It's what it's all about. The lockout was a long time, and I think you can tell everybody's really excited to be back. You can tell there's a sense of urgency at practice, and that's what makes it fun. We did all right. We got a lot more things we need to correct, but for the most part, we're doing decent. But we got a long way to go.